Okay. We're looking further into this whole bus incident because we received some of, different information from different people.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking to Zane and we reenacted what occurred. But Zane didn't tell the whole truth the first time, and he wants to tell you what really happened. Okay? Okay, Zane, go ahead.
So, when I was walking off the bus, I told Jonathan was walking down to his house, and then Abby just ran inside, like she did, and I told the bus driver, "Bye, stupid," and then it was on Tuesday, and I was trying to get inside as quick as I can, but it was hard for me because I had my music case, and I thought he was come up and try to grab me, but he didn't.
Where was he? Where was the driver? That's the most important thing.
On the last step of the bus.
Did you hear that?
What do you mean on the last step of the bus?
He's on the last step of the bus.
And why are you saying that now?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
Why are you changing your story?
Come on.
Because they didn't believe me at the first time I said it.
Zane.
Is it the truth, Zane?
The first time, yes, it was.
Zane, do not let anybody...
That is not what he told us.
Zane, I don't care if they believe you or not, okay? Do not change your story to accommodate anybody else. You know what happened. I saw what happened.
Chris did too.
Chris was sitting right here on the couch and watched the whole thing. Do not ever let anybody make you feel like you cannot tell the truth. This is getting out of hand now because Lance's mom had a conference today and they also told her that the bus driver did not get off the bus and that they've interviewed children from the bus and they also said the driver did not get off the bus. Now my child is made to feel as if he cannot even tell the people who are there to keep him safe and educate him. He can't even tell the truth and have it believed. We were here.
Wait a second, Ms. Labuda. We reenacted this whole thing with him, okay?
I was standing. I saw the whole thing. My husband saw it. Jonathan was also getting off the bus. Our neighbor,
what
Chris...
happened? Could you tell us then?
He got off...
What did you see?
Yes. I don't understand why we are the ones having the problem here. I don't understand why we're being accused of lying about this. We're the one who brought it up.
No one's accusing. We want to know what the truth is so we could be sure that the driver, if he's doing it or not doing it, we could handle it. There is no video. We were told that, so we can't get that. But we're getting so many mixed stories, and we want to be sure what's accurate. Zane's here telling us, how he's getting information from the grandmother and different people who work for this bus company.
Yes, his grandmother.
It's very confusing.
Yes, his grandmother and his uncle both work for the bus company. The first thing my husband did was contact his mom and his brother to find out if he's even allowed to get off the bus, what is the procedure here? Because we're not going to go making a big stink about this if he's allowed to get off the bus or whatever. But from what we saw, It was quite scary that this adult is cutting off the bus and coming at my child.
Right.
I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know this man. All I know is this man is supposed to get my child back and forth to school safely. And he gets off the bus and he comes at my kid like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to intimidate him? You going to hit him? What are you going to do? What if my husband walked out there and all of a sudden now the two of them are having an altercation with a bus full of children?
But didn't you say that you and your husband were outside, though?
No, we were standing in the house. We were not standing outside, but I could see from the back of my house in the bathroom, because our bathroom is downstairs. I could see straight through to my front door if I need to. But whatever. I watch my children get off this bus every day. I was sitting in here in the living room. The neighbor, his name is Chris Guzman. He's actually a new student there in 8th grade. You can ask him too. He was sitting right here. My husband was sitting on the couch next to Chris. And as soon as the driver saw my dogs come up to the door, because Zane came in, slammed the door and locked it because he didn't know what this guy was doing. As soon as he saw my dog at the door, he turned around and got back on the bus.
So what, he was on your porch?
Not on my porch. He was standing down here on the macadam, because there's probably a good, maybe 10 or 15, no, probably, let's see, maybe 15 to 20 feet to the white line from the bottom of my front porch to the road. And he was standing down here, probably about 5 feet from the bottom of my steps. And he's wagging his finger saying, "You'll see." And then I'm like, what is even going on? So he got back on the bus, he left. And then Zane started telling me what was going on. Maybe, I don't know, not even 10 minutes after that, I get a phone call from Lance's mom saying, "What is going on?" I'm at work. Lance just got home and called me and said, "Oh my God, Mom, the bus driver got off the bus and went after Zane." Then later on, I was talking to Michelle and Montana's mom, Flo, asking her, because Chris is trying to get a bus because he's new to the school. And I know she also has a daughter who's in 8th grade. So I said to her, "Does your daughter get a bus?" She said, "Yeah." So we were talking about it. And I said, "Did your girls, because apparently there's something going on with one of her daughters is having a problem or whatever." So we were talking about the bus and whatever. And she said to me that they said, and I mean, I have a message here from her, that he stopped the bus, put it in park, hit the yellow button, got off of the bus. And they couldn't hear what he was saying to Zane. But they even watched him, and apparently the yellow button, because I spoke with the bus company today, the lady told me the yellow button is the parking brake. And it is against procedure for them to ever get off of that bus unless it's an emergency pull-off. If they do have to, the procedure is they get the bus off the road if they can. They turn the bus off. They secure the bus. They put the keys in their pocket. Then they may exit the bus. And it's for emergencies only. So that's what Lance's mom's concern was, and why she said to me, what is going on here? All those kids were left on that bus unattended.
So Lance's mom called the school at the end of that day.
Yes, after she asked me what happened, she called.
Right, and I got that information, and then I turned it over the next day because we were looking into it to be sure, what's happening. But we keep getting mixed messages, all different things, and then we're trying to reenact it because now we got a bus conduct report. Zane called the driver stupid.
Yes, I know that, and I told him. Now, mind you, this bus driver has had screaming matches with my child before over where he's sitting. I don't know why he even...
When?
Oh my God, all different times. Since the beginning of the year, they've been arguing about this. I don't know why this guy even argues with him. He's 9 years old, you know what I mean? If my child is saying something to him, that's disrespectful, write him up by all means, because I agree. He should not be disrespectful to an adult. That man is in charge, and when he's in charge, he needs to have respect for him. And I told him, you are absolutely not right talking to him like that.
Talk to him about, where the students sit. The bus had already pulled off, so I could not reach the bus driver at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
well,
and
they told us that he has a seat in the back of the bus now.
Yeah, ever since he called me out there that next morning after all this, and he told me, and I told you this when I spoke to you yesterday. He told me, "I complained about your kid." I said, "Good." And he said, he called me stupid. And I said, "Okay, well, you need to stop acting stupid." I said, we followed him before, okay? He goes through stop signs. The other day, they said he went through a red light. He flies up and down this hill. And I said, I don't care what my child called you. He's 9 years old. He's a child. You're an adult. You need to act like an adult. Don't ever get off that bus again and come after my child. That was completely and totally uncalled for. He is 9 years old. If he cannot handle a 9-year-old calling him stupid, whether or not my child is in the right or wrong, if he can't handle a 9-year-old calling him stupid, that he gets out of his seat and comes at him, he should not be around children.
And that's why we try to reenact this here with Zane, so that we can get, his version of this, and so that we have the best story that we could, present to you and to others if we need to do that, and I agree with you that the bus driver should never get off the bus.
Yeah, and well, that day then Zane got to sit wherever he wanted after that.
If the bus driver is driving too fast, or he goes through stop signs, well, those kind of things need to be reported as well, so that we don't get to situations like this.
Yeah, and his grandmother has told her boss about it, because he'll come home and he'll call. The one time he called her last year and he said, my bus driver goes through stop signs, Mimi. Is that a bad thing? And the reason he called him stupid was because he said he slammed on the brakes and he took the turn really hard into Crystal Ridge and Zane fell out of his seat. And he said, I'm sick of the way this guy drives. He drives like an idiot.
Yeah, but he's a child.
Exactly, and I told him.
Stating those things.
No, I said, if there's a problem, you come to me. I am your mother. I will take care of it. And any problem he's ever had, I have always helped him. I have never left him hanging. I've always taken care of anything. So I told him, if there's a problem, you don't take it upon yourself. You don't open up your mouth. You need to come and you need to talk to Mommy about it, and Mommy will handle it properly.
Now I don't know what to believe. None of us do, because now he's told us another story.
And she told us a different one.
It's so confusing.
Well, I don't know why he feels like he can't tell the truth now. I mean, we were all here. We all saw it.
The story you just told me about him coming up to pretty much where you could see him out the front door, that was never translated to me. And I spoke to your son the first day. And he told me that he did not come up that close to the house. He told me that Zane told me he was in the house and the driver was outside over by the bus.
Yeah, he was standing here. Like I said, there's about 15, 20 feet between the bottom of my last step and the white line on the road. He was standing maybe, like I said, what did I say, 5 feet? I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to go out there and measure it, but I mean, he was standing like a couple feet away from my bottom step.
Yeah, I think Mr. Jadish is saying that Zane told him that Zane was in the house at first.
Well, yeah, Zane did, because he got off the bus after him, and Zane came running in the house and locked the door.
Well, in what we just did, your son did tell us that he got off the bus with 2 other students. When the other 2 students walked away, Zane said he then looked at the driver, who was sitting in the bus,
and said, bye, stupid.
Wait, go ahead. And yelled, bye, stupid, to him. Then Zane said that he turned and he ran into the house. And at that point, he said he was scared that the driver was going to come after him. He said he turned around and the driver was standing down from your property. He was not on your property. He was outside of, is there bushes there?
No.
Okay, well, he told me he was like on the other side of the bushes.
I have big bushy flowers. They're right at my bottom step, though. And like I said, he was a few feet from my bottom step.
Okay, and this is what I'm trying to explain to you, ma'am. When he first told me, he said that the driver was on the other side of those bushes. Yeah,
that's at the bottom of my step.
Okay, and how far is that from the bus?
Well, like I said, from the bottom of my porch to the white line where the bus would be on the road is about 15 to 20 feet. He was standing about 5 feet from the bottom of my steps.
Okay, now I'm speaking to you, and as an adult, I'm going to take what you're saying as having a little more merit, because you're telling me you were there, you saw it.
Yeah, I mean, he is. He's 9 years old. I mean, he's, you know what I mean? You know the way 9-year-olds tell story, but I mean, it was me, it was my husband, and there was also the 8th grader who can tell a story a little bit better. I mean, but I don't understand why I mean, we're adults. We have no reason to lie about this. I mean, that's scary seeing this man get off the bus and come at my kid. Like, who does he think he is? What was he going to do? This is what I don't understand. What was the purpose of getting off the bus? What were his intentions? I don't know.
Well, I just want to say, but also, it's not understood how this young man, this little boy here, Zane, has all this information about people who work at Roars, this driver's record. I mean, this is amazing here. So, like, I'm kind of unclear how he's saying all this stuff.
Well, because he hears us talking. He hears us talking to, you know, his grandmother and his uncle, and he hears the conversations that go on between us. I mean, he's a smart kid. He takes in everything. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. But
that he's sharing with other people, little kids. We keep getting different stories from different people, and apparently, like, yeah, he is a little boy, but things keep changing. You know, we're getting different emails, and we're just trying to make things safe for everybody.
yeah, and I mean, I know you got an email. The lady who I talked to up the street, Flo, she said she was going to email the vice principal today because she was also upset about it. And like I said, I know Lance's mom called because she was upset about it too. I don't know of any other children said anything to their parents or if there were any other parents that called in, but I mean, from what she told me, I mean, her kids told her the same exact story as to what happened. And I mean, so I don't know what other children you guys are talking to. I don't know if did they get off the bus before this stop? I don't know. But I mean, this is what happened. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I mean, it's not my fault that the cameras were not working. I told Zane he needs to keep, you know, the adults are talking. He's a child. He needs to know his boundaries. But, I mean, this is also hard for him because he doesn't know where he's at right now. He doesn't know, you know, is everything okay? Is everything not okay? Like, am I in trouble? Is he in trouble? Is this guy going to do something to me? He doesn't know. And he's a kid and he's afraid. And, you know, he does hear everything that goes on. And I told him, you need to stop being a busybody. You need to stop repeating what you hear or we're going to have conversations in private. But I don't want to do that because I like keeping him involved. I like letting him know what's going on. But he cannot keep taking the things that we're saying and repeating them because that's how things get messed up, like the game telephone. You know, but by the time the 10th person repeats it, it's wrong.
There's adult conversations that students or children this age shouldn't be a part because then, like you're saying, he doesn't understand them, and then it can make situations better or it can make situations worse.
Exactly,
right.
And he could be in the next room. That kid still picks up every word of the conversation me and my husband are having, or if one of us are on the phone, he could be in the next room. He could be on the front porch. He still picks it all up. You know, I mean, it's not like we're purposely saying, okay, sit down and listen to me talk on the phone. But, I mean, in the end, this is what happened. I don't appreciate you, Zane, going and saying things that me and your father have talked about because sometimes you may not understand it and you're not getting it right. And I told you, you need to keep your mouth shut. I don't care if there's any more problems. Don't look at that bus driver. Don't say a word to him. Do not provoke him.
And I think that's pretty good advice. You know, and Zane told us, though, that, you know, he does do a pretty good job driving the bus. So, you know, having him say that, I don't know how worried he might be.
Yeah, I don't know why he's telling you that because, I mean, you can ask any kid on that bus what a bad driver he is. My mom followed him to school because of the morning she put him on, the way he was screaming at those kids. She was worried about how fast he came up and slammed the brakes on out here, and then he